Good evening, everyone. Right now it's 8:32 on March 1st. Today's Coco's birthday! Happy birthday! Now, additional announcements. Today we have a visitor at the campsite. Makes this place special. That's all for today. Have fun out there. So it is March 1st, the final month. Dawn of the final month. So the plan for today... Oh my gosh, Coco sent us a gift. What if we just give her back the same gift she just sent us? Would the game be smart enough to So it's the last one. Would the game be smart enough to recognize that? It would be real... Because I know, like, there's a thing early on in the game where, like, Timmy and Tommy give you something special. And if you just sell it back to them, they're like, really? They, like, call you out on just, like, giving back the gifts they gave you. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, but yeah. So yesterday was Festival. Honestly, I just did, like, the bare minimum of Festival. I'm feeling better. Definitely not great. Like, my cough is still terrible. But other than that, you know, we've got Animal Crossing to do, so we'll just continue to do that. Not much has changed, honestly. Praise Helix. Today's probably going to be another short day. I mean, what else is new? Did I... I thought I saw something up there. I think that was just the stick. And I know Zuck's birthday is, like, next week. Yeah, Zuck's birthday is right around the corner as well. So, actually, first, since, you know, it technically does relate to the Animal Crossing birthdays, while I'm thinking about it. So, Nintendo has added a new update to, like, Nintendo Switch Online that allows you to make custom, like, in-game avatars. Or not in-game, but, like, you know how, like up here, right? Right now I have my Mii as my little, like, avatar thing. Yeah, they've added a new, or as you can see right there. Well, in the new update, you can, like, go and use, like, the Nintendo Platinum points, which are just, like, the cheap little points that you can get in, like, 10 seconds. They're stupid and they're dumb and they hold no value whatsoever. I mean, the gold points aren't much better, but, yeah. God, I remember when my Nintendo used to be really good. Club Nintendo. Yep. I got some cool shit from that back in the day. I don't think I have any of it anymore, but... Because, yeah, I think some of it got, like, lost in a move or destroyed or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, now we just have the gold coins, which are, like, 1 cent. So, basically, for every game you buy, you get $3. For every... I mean, I think it's a full $60 game. You know what I mean. And they expire after, like, 6 months. So, yeah, fuck everything. But... What was I getting at? Yeah, so they've added new, like, missions on My Nintendo. And you can, like, do these missions and you can get, like, special icons. So, like, you can get an icon that is, like, oh, like, I know there's some Mario Odyssey ones. Like, there's one that's, like, Peach and Mario and the Cap Kingdom and Cappy and, right? And you can get, like, borders as well. Like, I haven't really messed around with it. I just saw the Wario64 tweet. But you can, like, mess around with it, and you can make these custom icons and whatnot. And I guess it's cute-ish. But there's also Animal Crossing ones. But as part of this announcement, the current, like, set of icons, which, again, are, I think, Mario Odyssey, and there's some Animal Crossing ones, are only available until, like, April 8th. So they're only available until April. Well, people have realized that all the villager icons that have been added are the villagers who have birthdays this month. So, like, Coco is one of the icons. Zucker is one of the icons. I think Judy has a birthday this month, so she's one of the icons. So yeah, you can get icons for like the villagers you like that have birthdays this month. And then probably next month, they'll cycle in a new set of villagers that have birthdays in April. It's neat, I guess. You know, it makes sense. Yeah, that's a new thing that happened, and yeah, they all relate to villager birthdays, at least at the moment. There might be the only ones I've seen so far, because without even looking into it, like this all comes from a series of tweets Wario64 put out last night. Those are the only ones I've seen. There might be other types, but I've only seen like Mario Odyssey, Cap Kingdom, and Animal Crossing Villagers. So I would not be at all surprised if like the next update adds what would it be? Not like the Dino Kingdom or whatever it's called. I don't remember what Dino Kingdom is called. Not Lost Kingdom. Is it Fallen Kingdom? Ruined Kingdom is one. I don't remember. Whatever the Dinosaur Kingdom is. I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head. And then they add in the April villagers. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll cycle in some new games. I mean, there already are icons for some of these things. But I bet they're like getting more specific with it. And they only cost like 10 platinum points. And again, I think you get like 10 platinum points just for like logging on every day. Oh, look at you. You're Poppy. You're cute. Hi, I'm Poppy. Oh god, that stupid freaking indie game. It's called Poppy's Playtime, right? You know, it was like I saw a bunch of people like talk, "Oh, what's going on with Poppy's Playtime? Oh, this is the next big thing." And then I watched the Let's Play and I was like, you know, for like a little like 30-minute like puzzle game that ends in like a horror chase sequence, this is fine. Like it's definitely nothing outstanding. But you know, people love their horror games with potentially deep lore. I remember Bendy and the Ink Machine, right? How big that blew up and everything. But it's like, you know, it's nothing it's nothing terrible, but it's nothing special either. Oh yeah, I didn't. I was like, why don't I have a gyroid today? Because I didn't plant one. Yeah. But yeah, it was like, this is like, it's fine. Like the chase sequence at the end is executed well enough, I guess. And I saw a speedrun of the game that was like, oh, that's neat. But really, it's nothing all that impressive, honestly. But you know, it's a horror game, and it's an episodic one, and I know episode 2 is supposed to come out soon. However, the creator of the game, whose name I don't remember, let's buy a pie. I don't even remember why I came in here for something, and I don't even remember what. Maybe I just came in here, right? Maybe I meant to go to the museum and accidentally just ended up. Ooh, I don't know if we have those. I'll buy them anyways, and we'll trash them if I don't. But I don't think I do. Oh, you already. It's good. It tells me I have that right because I don't remember having that. But yeah, so the creator who made the game, when like the whole NFT thing started blowing up, he or she, I don't actually know, jumped on it. Yeah, they jumped on the whole NFT thing, and I'm pretty sure they created NFTs for their games because, you know, NFTs are just ways for people to make a quick buck. Right? They hold no weight. You don't get like the copyright when you buy an NFT. They're simply just a way for people to either create a pyramid scheme or to just like sell out and try to make a quick buck. At least that's what they've become. I mean, that wasn't what they originally started as, but that's what they've become. I mean, if you held the copyright to that image, it would be a little different. Not too much. I'd still think they were pyramid schemes. But they'd be a little different, but just because you own something on the blockchain does not mean you own the copyright to it. NFTs are just pyramid schemes. That's it. That's all they are. Pyramid schemes. But yeah, so no, fuck the whatever Poppy's Playtime episode 2 or whatever. Because yeah, the guy just sold. He sold out. Like selling. Okay, selling out is something that died with the '90s, right? People don't sell out anymore because eventually we came to right. People were like, "Oh, you're selling out to the corporations, man." But we eventually came to realize that no, people need money. They need to live. They need to eat. They need to have a home, and there's nothing wrong with having those things. Especially with what our third economic crisis in just the past what, like 30 years. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's even less time than that. But yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with like and one of those happened in the 90s, for Christ's sake. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm probably even forgetting one. It's probably the fourth actually. But no matter what, it's big economic crisis. So yeah, no, people need to get right. People get that bag, get that money. But NFTs are like, if we're gonna bring back selling out, it's gonna go to NFTs because they're pyramid schemes. That's exactly what it is. Like, I don't want to bring back the term, but right, the original Poppy's Playtime just coming out and being like, oh, hey, look, it's another indie darling. That's fine. It's selling NFTs, that's selling out. Like, I would be genuinely, like, even if I didn't find it, like, amazing or anything, I would be genuinely rooting for it if it wasn't for this NFT thing. But no, fuck the NFTs. That's just immediately get added onto the list of people who gave up all their integrity for a quick buck. With, like, the hundreds of others who have been on that list now. Because it's all rich people in shills. People who got duped into the pyramid scheme and now are trying to convince you to join the pyramid scheme because they're stuck in it. And cryptocurrency ain't much better. Alright, let's go. How did I get on this rant? Oh yeah, Poppy's one of our villagers. Yeah, that was it. Oh, we do have to talk about that, don't we? Yeah, we do have to talk about that. Fake. Let's just buy one of them. They're both fake. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you got a deal, Jolly Red. God, 20 more days. 20 more days to get 3 paint, or to get... Is it 3 or... It might just be 2, actually. I think we might be... No, I still don't think we have the real Nike. So it might just be 2, or it might be 3 still. Because we got the real Lupus. Yep. 20 days. Less than 20 now. It's not going to happen. As much as I want it to happen, it's not going to happen. I would love for us to get the final few. Nope. That's really cute. I'm not even paying attention to this. Yeah, so, okay. So the story we have to talk about tonight, at some point, is, so NVIDIA, who makes, like, graphics cards and whatnot, they got hacked, right? A bunch of their data got stolen. And it's been released to the public now because, you know, they didn't, like, pay the ransom or whatever. However these corporate espionage things go. So their data got hacked, and yeah, it's been released, and so we now know, at least, like, a lot of it, no, you know, you shouldn't really look at, probably, honestly, how much, like, and I'm specific, when I say, like, oh, you shouldn't look at this, I'm specifically talking about, like, employees' names, and, like, personal data about employees. That's more what I'm talking about. The people on the ground floor doing the good work, nah. No, they don't deserve to be fucked with. But other things, yeah, that's a little different. It's a little bit different, a little bit more complicated. I have sympathy towards the people, not towards the corporations. Fuck the corporations. Anything? Nah, nobody too interesting. But yeah, so as part of that, NVIDIA makes the hardware, specifically the graphics cards, for the Nintendo Switch. Like, that's one of the things they do. And we know now from, like, this information that's come out that they are working on something, like, something new for Nintendo. Like, there's some new, like, graphics card, some new stuff for, like, a DLSS software, which basically is, like, an AI-based software that would allow the Switch to run in 4K. To be fair, we kind of knew this already existed, thanks to a bunch of Switch leaks. Or, like, thanks to, there was a bunch of people who, like, when the Switch OLED was reportedly the Switch 4K, we knew about this DLSS software, but then when the Switch OLED got announced, it was like, oh, that's not here. Even though everything else these leakers got correct, the fact that that wasn't there was kind of surprising. But, you know, there have been some theories since then. And maybe it's still coming later this year. Maybe it's not. Maybe things... Because, again, we're still in a chip shortage, and we will be for the next, like, 5 years, because... Yeah. Because everything needs a chip. Nowadays. Everything's got DRM on it. Fucking Keurigs. Oh my... I knew Keurigs, like, did some bad shit. I was reading a news article the other day about, like, Keurig DRM. And it's just like, wow, that's disgusting. Like, I'd heard it was bad... But, like, wow, it's terrible. And, like, how they check to make sure, like, yes, this is a verified Keurig pod. Right? This is a proper licensed one. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so, yeah, fuck everything. Everything needs a chip. Maybe everything shouldn't have a chip on it. But, yeah, so maybe, I mean, eventually I could see us getting a Switch Pro. It totally could have happened with the OLED, but probably because of the chip shortage, they decided not to. PS5s, as far as I know, are still hard to find. I haven't seen an Xbox. I was able to get an Xbox Series X. I think I talked about this, right? Someone asked me to help them, and I was able to do it. I legitimately think I've only seen the Xbox Series X go up once since then. In the past, like, almost 2 months, it's gone up once. I think it went up once for, like, Walmart Plus members and, like, once for, like, Best Buy Premium members. And I hate that shit. I hate that where it's like, oh, you have to subscribe to our premium service if you want to get access to our consoles, right? Like, that's terrible. But, the actual, like... But yeah, no, chip shortages are still in... Like, chips are in huge demand. Shortages are still going wild. But yep, Nintendo... I mean, we knew that Nintendo had plans for a 4K Switch. And yep, this just doubles down on that information. Just didn't happen with the OLED. But the other thing that people are now asking is because as part of this, I guess there's some sort of software for, like, Switch games that NVIDIA makes called NVM. And as part of this leak, we know NVIDIA is in development, or maybe even completed, but definitely in some sort of development. They have some sort of software called NVM2. Whether that's for the Switch, like a 4K Switch, whether that's for a Switch 2, like whatever the sequel for the Switch is, we don't know at the moment. We just know, hey, NVM2 exists. And yeah, it could be anything from the Switch Pro to Switch 2 or like whatever they call the sequel to the Switch. Honestly, anything is possible. But yeah, I think that's, again, it makes sense. Because eventually, like, there have been talks that this current console generation is going to last longer than previous console generations. The average console generation lasts around, I think it's, what, like 7 years? And the Switch is entering 5. It hits 5, I think in, what, 2 days? I could be wrong about that, but I think it's in, like, 2 days. I think it's, what, March 3rd? Yeah, so the Switch is definitely more than halfway through its life. But because of these chip shortages, there's speculation, and this comes from like people within like these companies, like Xbox and PlayStation, that because of chip shortages, the current console generation is probably going to last closer to 9 years. That because it's going to get harder to get these things out, the current generation is going to have to last a little longer. So that makes sure more people get it. Which I think is actually fine, because usually the longer you get into a console generation, the better people get at developing games for the hardware. Like you look at like, I'm going to use the Wii as an example. You look at games from like when the Wii first released, and you look at games from like near the end of the Wii's lifespan. And you can definitely see like how they've learned the Wii's hardware, and how like studios have been able to take like full advantage of it and create some magnificent games. Okay, the Wii's probably not the best example, but the same is true of like the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and even later into like the PS4's lifespan. You get right, the first like 2 years of the PS4's lifespan has like nothing. It's not until like year 3 we get Bloodborne and whatnot, and then it's near the end of the lifespan that we get closer to things like Horizon and other shit that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I know there's other shit in there. Ghost of Tsushima, I think Spider-Man PS4. Right, that happens later into the console's lifespan. And I know, right, like Puddlegate happened with Spider-Man. I still think Spider-Man looks great. So yeah, no, definitely as consoles get more into their lifespan, people get better with the hardware. And the hope is that, hey, maybe people, by the end of the next generation's lifespan, will get better. By the end of, like, this 9 years, by, like, year 5, they'll get great at it. And so we'll get, like, 4 more years after that of great games instead of 2 years. Oh my gosh, I need a drink. Ugh. So yeah, hey, that Switch Pro that everyone was talking about, that's probably going to happen. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. Surprise, surprise. Or, you know, they could just do a Switch Pro or whatever. Or, like, a Switch... Again, whatever the sequel to the Switch is. Because Nintendo has struck... They don't... Like, they're not going to abandon the Switch for at least another 2 years at minimum. Again, they might stay on longer than that. Because, again, supposedly these chip factories, to, like, help meet the demand and everything, are going to take, like, 5 years to make. Like, we're not... Like, they can't just build a new chip factory overnight. So, yeah, we've got a while. Yeah, so... But, yes, 4K Switch, is it coming this year? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too beat up over it at the moment. Like, I got the OLED. The OLED works for me. So I'm not exactly too, like, beat up or in a rush for the Switch OLED, or for its 4K Switch. I mean, it'd be nice to see, like, some games, like the new Breath of the Wild, or, the new, Pokemon take advantage of it. And, like, that could be, if they launch it this year, they could be like, oh, because the Switch launched at the same day as Breath of the Wild, so now the 4K Switch launches the same day as Breath of the Wild 2. And then Pokemon comes out a few weeks later. Right, that would be huge. It might happen. It probably won't, but it might. And that's interesting. I don't know, again, I'm not in a rush. I know some people are like, oh, I want this. The Switch is such a garbage system. It has the worst graphics in the world. It needs the 4K version. Nah, I'm not in that kind of... Nah. Graphics aren't everything. I think the Switch looks fine. Pokemon doesn't look great Guess what? I still love the game. Still the best Pokemon game. Oh, wow. That's bad. Still gonna have a small spike, supposedly. Probably by Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah, probably by Thursday. We're gonna have a small spike. Oh, look, it's a toaster. Because all toasters toast toast. Let's buy a paper. Let's go give Coco whatever she gave me in the mail this morning. I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. We haven't even looked at it yet. I also don't think the painting is real either. I haven't checked that, but I haven't looked. Sturdy sewing box. Okay. Oops. So, what other news did I... There was one other thing. Oh, speaking of Pokemon. Yeah, speaking of Pokemon. I played Legends Arceus today. I did the Daybreak event thing. Yeah, it was cute. It's like a nice little, like, bow. Like a nice... Like, Pokemon Legends Arceus already has an epilogue. Yeah, it's a nice, like, little bit of more epilogue to it. Do I think it's... I definitely don't think the game's getting, like, full DLC. Alright, let's do birthday real quick. So, flattering to have a visitor on my birthday. Yep, I bought this for you. Gosh, come on, say something special. Say something like, oh, wait, didn't I give this to you? Ah, this is really great. Vibe check. Ah, she likes my vibes. Yeah, no, that's the exact gift she gave me. Wait, what? Wait. Did they murder a birthday clown? Did you murder Cousin Pietro? Have we been dealing with a ghost? That would explain why I only showed up in our dreams. Alright, hey Coco. Oh, it's Fuecoco! Yay! Yeah, the villagers always give us nicknames. I'm surprised we don't give them. Like, I know I still give my villagers nicknames. Cousin Pietro. Well, he's my cousin, so yeah, Cousin Pietro. Zuck. Bobbert. Even though Bobbert's nickname is actually longer than his own name. But yeah, no, I'm surprised you can't give villagers nicknames. That would be cute. Let's blow out your candles and let's scatter. Irish goodbye. So, yeah. So Legends Arceus, right, I think the Daybreak stuff is fine. I know there's, like, the game, like, I went over to talk to, like, an NPC for a side quest, and they just bombard you with, like, 1,000, like, little quests. And I'm like, oh, this might take forever. Let's talk to Poppy. So, yeah, that was like, oh, shit. Okay, that's not great. But, like, so now there's, like, a bunch of new side quests, and the actual new, like, Daybreak quest is a little longer than, like, it goes on for a little bit, but that's fine. I kind of like it. Like that. I guess in the new thing, they broke the shiny hunting method. Right? So, before there was, like, a method of shiny hunting where you used, where you'd, like, reset out the outbreaks, and, like, you'd save at the outbreak, go through it. If you didn't get anything, you'd head back to the village, then come back, and if the outbreak was still there, then, right, you basically re-rolled your shinies. I guess the new update broke that. So I guess the old way of, like, re-rolling shinies no longer works. But, you know, the original shiny odds that were in the outbreak still exist. Which I think it's like a 1 in, like... It's like 1 in, like, 100... Like, I want to say it's like 183. it's still pretty good odds. Oh, it was red. Yeah, so the shiny odds are still good. Like, I don't think they broke those. It's just, it's no longer, like, you can't reset anymore. Supposedly. That's what I've supposedly heard, is that resetting no longer resets all the Pokemon, which re-rolls the shiny odds. So yeah, that sucks. Instead, you have these new mass outbreaks, which supposedly also have equal chance of having high shiny odds. I don't know. I haven't really messed around with it too much. But yeah, that's what I've heard, that they broke the shiny odds. They're like, they no longer allow you to re-roll them, which does suck. Like that, I don't know. I haven't read up on it too much. But so that's now a new thing. But yeah, the new Daybreak thing, it's fine. You can catch a lot of Pokemon. Like, oh my gosh. Oh god, we gotta actually guess the card type. It's so much easier when you gotta choose between black and red. But yeah, so that's it. But if you hadn't known, I'd been struggling to get the last few Pokemon to complete my Pokedex in Legends Arceus. I was missing Bonsly, Cranidos, and Rampardos. I was finally able to catch a Bonsly yesterday, or like 2 days ago. So now I just had to catch Cranidos and Rampardos. Now, Cranidos and Rampardos can only be found in spatial rifts, which are like these special like events that happen, but you have to like wait around for like up to 40 minutes for one to happen. They can happen as quick as like 5 minutes, but it'll take at least 40, and I've had the worst luck. Like, it has taken me almost 40 minutes every time just to get them. Heart. Oh, boom, heart. But yeah, so I was so today, while I was doing some other things, I had Pokemon running in the background, waiting for the max raid, or waiting for, not the max raid, waiting for whatever these are called. Now, let's play. Okay, a heart. Ah, it's a diamond. Oh, whatever. We already won a game. I think that's good enough to get Poppy to come think about it. Oh, how about we play a little game? Yeah, I'll win. Oh, okay. Red. Boom. Let's just see who she wants to replace. That's what I'm more curious about. Because if she was replacing... It's worth a shot. You know, it would be interesting replacing one squirrel with another squirrel. But, like, even though I don't really talk to Marshall, he just holds too much standing. He holds too much weight in the islands, so I think we gotta keep Marshall. I mean, I probably would have kicked Coco out on our birthday. I definitely would have kicked out Sid. Sid's probably gone. Maybe even I would have, even though Zuck's birthday's in a few days, I might have even kicked out Zuck. I don't know. God, I gotta start working on the finale. I've got an idea in mind. I just gotta do it. Peck probably stays. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Yeah, so, I waited, I had the game running, waiting for one of these spatial quakes to happen, and it finally did, and I go over and I look around, I catch, I think, like, another Rowlet, because you can find those there, and then and I'm running around, and I'm getting attacked by other Pokemon. I see a Cranidos, I think it's Cranidos, right, the little one, the pre-evolution, and I see it, I chuck a ball at it, hit it, catch it, and then immediately upon catching it, I get hit, like, I get, like, fire blasted or something by, like, a Magmar, and it just knocks me out, and I black out. But I caught the Cranidos, I got it in the Dex, I made sure to, get it at least, to the 10-point completion, So that way it's registered as like completing the dex. I evolve it into the Rampardos because it was like level 50. And then I completed the dex. So I finally completed the dex in Legends Arceus. Went on to do the final challenge, which took me so many tries. Oh my gosh, that final... without being more specific than that. Like, what people consider, like, the secret boss of the game. Spoiler alert, there's a secret boss. Took me, like, 2 tries. Not complicated at all. This, like, the final challenge, took me forever. Pain in my ass. It does bring up an interesting implication, though. I guess just going into spoilers. Spoiler alert. In the opening few minutes where is it? Spoiler alert. In the opening few minutes of the game called Pokemon Legends Arceus, Arceus tasks you with completing the Pokedex. So what happens when you complete the Pokedex? Arceus fights you. And at the end you get to catch Arceus. But you don't actually catch Arceus. Instead, you're just given a fragment of Arceus. Which, you know, I've heard people say in the past that, like, oh, one of the problems with Gen 4 is the fact that you can literally catch, like, God. Like, capital G, God. That's that feels weird, right? Like, that's a weird thing in Gen 4. But now they've retconned it in this game to be like, no, you're not actually catching God. You're just catching, like, a fragment of God. Right? Just like, and you don't even catch it. You're just, like, given, like, a plate that contains, like, a fragment of Arceus's essence. So, like, the way we perceive Arceus is just, like, a fragment of, like, the true all-encompassing power that is Arceus. Like, we're not catching God. We're just catching, like, a small chunk of it. Like, I don't know enough about, the Bible to, like, speak on this with any merit. But it'd be like catching, like, Jesus, which is just an aspect of God and the Holy Spirit, right? It's just, like, one aspect of the other, and, like, the other two are still out there. Or something like that. Again, it's really weird, but, like, for all the people who've been like, oh, you shouldn't be able to catch God, well, they've retconned it so that you're not actually, like, catching God. And he's more, like, just helping you out. Basically. Like, he's impressed with what you've done. He doesn't send you home, which, like, if you play the game, it's like at the start, he's like, catch every Pokemon and I'll send you home. And in this, he's more like, I think he asks, like, do you like living here? And you can, I don't even know if you can say yes or no, or if you just nod your head. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, you basically are just getting, like, an aspect of him. So yeah, I mean, I know for some people, oh, that doesn't matter. But, like, I see the distinction they're trying to make. I guess that's what matters. A Blossom Lantern and a mini diorama. What's this? Oh, it's a Darumaka. Okay. We'll throw out the amazing painting. But yeah, that was Legends Arceus. I enjoy it. One of the best Pokemon game, the best Pokemon game to date. There are a few things that happen afterwards, but I'm not gonna. I think one of them is part of the new update. But I think I'm done with Legends Arceus. I'm like 65 hours in, something like that. I'm a good ways into the game, and now that they've kind of, like, there were a few more shiny Pokemon I would have liked to have catched, but if they've ruined the shiny odds now, like if they've ruined that glitch and whatnot, and the odds just don't seem to be as good for the new stuff. I mean, it's probably still there. It's just not like you're on a time limit, and I don't know how I feel about that. But either way, I think I had said I was done, like, even before the new update was announced. And now that I've completed the decks, yeah, I'm officially done with Legends Arceus. I'm good. It's time to move on to other pastures. Will that be... And now I've also beat Cuphead. So is the next game Dark Souls? Because I did a lot of because Cuphead's a hard game, and I've done a lot of dodge rolls in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So is the next game Cuphead? Cuphead was a hard game, and I've done a lot of dodge rolls in Legends Arceus. So is the next hard game Dark Souls? And the answer is maybe. Because I was told to play Dark Souls before I play Elden Ring. That right? Well, Elden Ring's a really good game. I was told to play Dark Souls first. Now, I do worry that I might have been fucked here. Because someone many, many years ago, probably 8 years ago now. Yeah, it's probably been 8 years. Told me to play... So 8 years ago, someone told me to watch Full Metal Alchemist, wait 6 months, and then watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It wasn't until I I watched Full Metal Alchemist, enjoyed it, it was good, and then I tried to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and was like, 6 months later, and was like, this is too soon. Like, it's basically just like a better version of like the same story. Yeah, maybe I should give it some more time. It's been, again, 7 years now. I still haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's still too soon. No, I actually probably could watch it and get away with it. I just haven't had the motivation to. But yeah, is someone fucking me by telling me, oh, play Dark Souls first and then play Elden Ring? Because I'm going to play Dark Souls and I'm going to like struggle, and then I have to go into Elden Ring and it's like, oh, this was a mistake. I should have just gone straight into Elden Ring. Like, it's too soon. Again, I was planning on playing Elden Ring last month anyways, because I was going to play it before Elden Ring came out. But yeah, especially like once Elden Ring came out, my suspicions were confirmed, but I'm kind of not in any rush. Gosh, we really need to do something with this area. I have a stupid idea. Maybe we'll do that soon. Yeah, I gotta get rid of some of these flowers. I don't need these. These can all be trashed. But yeah, it's just, should I? I don't know. I've definitely been thinking about it though, like playing Legends Arceus. Right, because again, playing these two games, it's like, and maybe Dark Souls will go fine. It probably won't. It'll take me a while to get good, but I probably will. Hopefully. I mean, I got good at Cuphead. It took me 5 years, but I did. I don't know. It's definitely something I'm thinking about right now, though. Let's see. What's our... Oh, we got these 3 new things, which I already knew about. And then we got an apple tart. Oh, I thought this was an apple pie. No, it's a pear pie. Oh, God. Who would make a pear pie? Pears suck. Apples are 1,000 times better. Apples are so good. Pears suck. Yeah, that's where we're going to end off for tonight. I don't think there was any other news I had to talk about. It was just those 3 things. Or those 2 things plus Pokemon. I don't know. I gotta get, like, I think I'm, like, yeah, this sickness, like, I'm still technically sick. But, like, I gotta get over it. I gotta get back to work. Get back to school. Right, I've taken too much time off. I usually only get like sick once a year, so I'm hopefully good for the rest of the year, unless I catch COVID, which we'll see. I don't even know what the COVID cases are at anymore. Let's see, U.S. COVID cases. I haven't even kept track. Are we still at oh my god, 100? We're still at 100K. Wow. I figured we would have been under 100K at this point. At least. I mean, we had a few days where we went under 100K, but today we're starting to rise back up. Yes, sirree. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end off. Tomorrow. Well, I don't know. We'll do something maybe. And then I am busy Wednesday or Thursday and Friday. Yep. I am freaking busy Thursday and Friday. I mean, I'll probably still find time to stream. But Thursday I'm busy. And then Friday I see Batman. Which is why I gotta be over this by I gotta be over this tomorrow because yeah, I've got a commitment on Thursday, and then I've got Batman on Friday. Batman. The reviews are coming out. The reviews are good. I'm still, I don't know. Well, I'm sure I'll like it. But yeah, with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.